Hello, welcome to Podsongs. I'm Jack Stafford. I interview inspiring people in service to others as inspiration for a new song. Today's guest is a living legend in nutrition. He founded NutritionFacts.org as a non-commercial science-based source for the latest in nutrition information. He condenses very complex papers into bite-sized, easily digestible videos. His books, How Not to Die and How Not to Diet, are global bestsellers, and I was really happy to speak with him. I scheduled this half an hour chat, that's all I could get, 2 months ago, but when it came time to connect, he couldn't get in. It took us we lost about 10 minutes, so this is a very, very brief chat. And I'm actually adding in one of his introductions from his website to the start of the video just to pad it out a bit, so otherwise it looks embarrassingly short. Anyway, it's still an honor to speak with Dr. Michael Greger.
Welcome to NutritionFacts.org, which all started with my grandma. I was just a kid when my grandmother was diagnosed with end-stage heart disease and sent home to die. She already had so many bypass surgeries, was so scarred up inside. There's nothing more the surgeons could do. Confined in a wheelchair, crushing chest pain, her life was over at age 65. Then she heard about this guy, Nathan Pritikin, one of our early lifestyle medicine pioneers, and what happened next is chronicled in Pritikin's biography. My grandma was one of the death's door people, like Frances Greger, my grandmother. Arrived in a wheelchair, Mrs. Greger had heart disease, angina, claudication, her condition so bad she could no longer walk without great pain in her chest and legs. Within 3 weeks, though, she was not only out of her wheelchair, she was walking 10 miles a day. This is a picture of my grandma at her grandson's wedding 15 years after doctors had abandoned her to die. She was given a medical death sentence at age 65, but thanks to a healthy diet, was able to enjoy another 31 years on this earth till age 96 with her 6 grandkids, including me. That's why I went into medicine. When Dr. Dean Ornish published his lifestyle heart trial years later, proving with something called quantitative angiography that indeed heart disease could be reversed in the majority of patients without drugs, without surgery, just a plant-based diet and other healthy lifestyle behaviors, I assumed this was going to be the game changer. I mean, my family had seen it with their own eyes, but here it was, in black and white, published in one of the most prestigious medical journals, but nothing happened. Leading me to wonder, wait a second, if effectively the cure to our number one killer could get lost down some rabbit hole and ignored, what else might there be in the medical literature that could help my patients, but just didn't have a corporate budget driving its promotion? I made it my life's mission to find out. For those of you unfamiliar with my work, every year I read through every issue of every English language nutrition journal of the world, so busy folks like you don't have to. I then compile the most interesting, most groundbreaking, most practical findings, new videos and articles every day for my nonprofit site, NutritionFacts.org. Everything on the website is free. There's no ads, no corporate sponsorship, strictly non-commercial, not selling anything, just put it up as a public service, as a labor of love, as a tribute to my grandmother. I hope I can do for your family what Pritikin did for my family.
So where can we start? Because your work covers such a large area. I interviewed Dr. Neil Barnard, and we spoke about the plant-based diet, and I found that the thread behind his work was more about care for the animals. I felt that was his passion, so I wrote a song for him called You Are Responsible, about how the suffering of animals is, the consumer's responsibility. So how would you and I want to serve you because you're serving other people. You donate all the profits from your books to charity. You're doing so much. You're working doing this for passion. ever since from your story of your grandmother was so touching. So how can I serve you with a song to sum up your work?
Well, it sounds like me and Neil are very aligned, with the exception that he's doing it for the suffering of animals. I'm doing it for the suffering of people.
Right.
And that's how that's why I get up every morning. That's how I can look myself in the mirror every day, because I know there's this, people are dying by the millions of preventable, arrestable, reversible conditions. We just got to get this information out there. And so I am doing my best.
Well, you're pumping it out there. These best-selling books and your website and NutritionFacts, which is a legendary website. So what, if I can condense that down into a 3-minute song, what would you say is the most important?
Well, the most important thing is the good news that we have tremendous power over our health, destiny, and longevity. The vast majority of premature death and disability is preventable with a plant-based diet and other healthy lifestyle behaviors. That's what it should be about.
Eat your greens.
Eat your greens, eat your beans. It could be a daily dozen song. Like the element song, we go through all the elements. You could go through the daily dozen.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Greens, the healthiest vegetables. Berries, the healthiest fruits. Tablespoon of ground flaxseed, quarter teaspoon of turmeric, all blah, blah, blah. All down the list. I don't know if anything rhymes in there, but...
leave that to me. I'm a professional.
Yeah, no, that would be fun.
Okay. A nutrition list.
Right. And so that's the, just hoping to inspire people to eat the healthiest of healthy foods, into their daily routine. Like, that would be cool. And they can make like a little, childhood rhyme out of it. And then they'll remember. Then they don't need the app. It's a free app, but they don't need the app because they go beans, greens, there you go.
Okay. Yeah. Make it rhyme. That's actually how, because I studied Ayurveda before, and they remember everything in sutras. It's a great way to remember things.
There you go.
Yeah. So your next book is how not to age
on longevity.
Longevity. So is that also plant? I'm going to guess, taking a wild guess here, plants.
No idea. I haven't done it yet. I haven't done the research.
Okay.
Maybe it says we should all be eating veal and foie gras every day. I have no idea. We got to find out.
Where I am in Italy is next to a blue zone at Tiroli.
Oh, nice.
1 in 7 is a centenarian.
Amazing.
Yeah. They definitely eat their rosemary on everything. And,
yeah. It's the way to do it.
Fresh fish, fresh vegetables, growing their own food. Yeah, it's definitely the work. Definitely works. So, and what else? You were involved in the Game Changers movie. That was a game-changing film.
Oh, that was it's the best documentary we have, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it was a very passionate movie. I'm sorry you didn't make the cut, but
I'm sure I'm going to be in some like DVD bonus footage somewhere.
You gave them advice about how to use the statistics that were least impressive, no?
Oh, yeah, no, that was critically important, right? The most conservative data. Yeah, because it's just the evidence is so overwhelming. You can totally, underplay it, use the industry statistics, because it's just, when you exaggerate, that just shows a weakness of your argument. If you have to exaggerate something, well, then it's not very powerful. But oh my God, it's so powerful. We can totally, give the most conservative stats, and it's still just overwhelming evidence in support of eating plants.
Mm-hmm. So what do you had another book you wrote was about the carbohydrate carbophobia, the scary truth about that.
Wow, there's a blast from the past. What was that, like 2005 or something?
The scary truth about America's low carb craze. So
indeed, oh my God, and it's back, right?
Yeah.
The whole ketogenic craziness.
Yeah. My mother-in-law is actually on a ketogenic diet at the moment for her diabetes.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So what can I say to her?
You can say to her that you love her and you don't want her to die an early, horrible death.
So what's wrong with the ketogenic for diabetes?
Ketogenic diet, I mean, it's, it's basically the antithesis of the scientific consensus on healthy eating. So if you go to, truehealthinitiative.org, there's a consensus statement on the healthiest human diet from hundreds of the top nutrition researchers in the world, like the IPCC of nutrition. And they say we should center our diets around whole plant foods. It's the opposite, fruits and vegetables. That's the opposite of a ketogenic diet. Outrageous. It's like saying the earth is flat. Except worse than the earth is flat, because, if someone believes the earth is flat, they're not going to kill themselves and feed horrible things to their family.
Yeah, she's on the MTC oils and yeah. I sent her this video. I saw you had a video on your website about it, so I've sent her that.
I've got a bunch of videos on ketogenic diets, indeed.
Yeah. It's like in Ayurveda, we do these diets are like, we say they're like a broken clock. They're right once or twice a year,
There you go.
So they're like in the spring, naturally, you've eaten all your winter grains. The harvest hasn't come in yet, so you're kind of fasting and you're cleansing the body, and so that's a time to do a fasting kind of diet, maybe a ketogenic for a couple of weeks, before
I wouldn't recommend a ketogenic diet at any time, unless, for drug-resistant pediatric epilepsy.
Okay. That's originally where it came from, no?
Yeah.
So, okay, well, I'll tell her. And many vegans, they seem to struggle with, they seem to take your advice about not eating the meat, but then they miss that whole grain part, the whole food part.
Oh my God, it's so true. I mean, right, because when I started eating healthy, 30 years ago, I mean, vegans actually they were forced to eat healthy. They had to eat in the produce aisle. What else is vegan, right? Mm-hmm. Now there's vegan junk food, vegan ice cream, vegan donuts, vegan, everything, and so you can eat a horrible diet that without animal foods, right? The quality of a diet depends on the percentage of whole plant foods,
right?
So minimizing processed foods and animal foods, they're both critically important. And yeah, you're absolutely right. People just do not get that.
Well, you're doing a great job with that with your website and everything. And do you think it's just the culture of America? They're just and the people in general, they just go for the fast?
We evolved this way. I mean, we evolved the cravings for salt, sugar, fat, concentrated calorie sources. I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's because we evolved in in the context of famine. And there weren't salt shakers on the African savanna. I mean, these are critical nutrients, but the food industry just exploits these biological urges and, feeds us very profitable crap, but it's making us sick.
But what about changes through the season? Do you recommend people to change their diet through the season, when it's hot and cold?
I mean, people tend to gain weight in the fall. It's kind of a well-validated effect, which kind of makes sense that people are kind of storing up for the winter. But so it's not just a holiday season. People, so yeah, that could be a particular time where you eat healthy. But I mean, healthy food is healthy food regardless of when you eat it.
Because it's I know since I moved to Italy, I tend to eat a lot more healthily because you buy, it's cheaper to buy the organic food from the market.
That's awesome.
From the old ladies selling it than it is to go to the supermarket and buy something that flown in from Chile or wherever. So
I'm jealous.
Yeah. And so you naturally, the broccoli comes into season, in the winter, and the artichokes in the spring and tomatoes in the summer. So you're kind of forced to eat this seasonal diet. And
I love it.
So you got more fiber in the winter, and then in the summer the food's been cooked on the trees. So yeah, it's so much easier. I never realized before I moved to the countryside, how having all these, because when you go to the supermarket in the West, everything's available in all the seasons, so you don't get this natural cleansing.
Right? No, yeah, that apple may have been picked a year ago. We have all these technologies for preservation. So yeah, local organic is the way to do it.
Yeah. Do you grow your own vegetables?
I don't grow a single vegetable. I can't even keep a houseplant alive, but I do have a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. And so I get a box of fresh veggies every week from local farms.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah. Supporting the local farmers. Okay. Well, what else can I put in this song? So any other ideas? Any other...
Oh yeah, I think daily doesn't sound totally fun. What else? Some reference to how not to die. It's kind of a trademark kind of thing of mine. Oh, I don't know. Then I have like catchphrases in my videos, like "put it to the test" and "we didn't know until now." That's kind of. I'm trying to think what else is characteristic.
You have a great speaking style. I really, you could have been Shakespearean.
It's just a lot of practice.
Yeah, it's very theatrical.
You do something enough and you just get better at it.
I heard some of your lectures, and it's like you really bring it to life. You really.
I miss that so much. Yeah. I miss speaking.
Yeah. You sound like a much bigger man when I see you in person. When you sound like, I don't know, you sound like you're wearing a cowboy hat in some of these videos, in some of these lectures. Before I saw your face when I was listening to.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, it's great. You have gravitas, and it's fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the song.
Me too. I have no idea. I hope to hear it soon. I hope to hear it sooner than you. I will hear it. All right. Well, thanks so much. And
if there's anything else, let me know if I can help any other way. I'll just sit at the edge of my seat waiting. Okay. Keep walking. How many steps are you up to? Oh yeah, walking. Well, yeah, the treadmill. You can make some treadmill reference. Yeah. I don't know. I do between 14 and 17 miles a day. Wow. So I don't know how many steps that is. A lot of steps. That is. Okay. All right. Well, thanks very much. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, no, the problem with you is not lack of material, but just too much material. Oh, right. What are you gonna do? Oh, well, that even makes it more exciting. Yeah, it's gonna have to be. It could be a very, very long. Just to cover too many areas. I might even narrow it down and just focus on broccoli. Sure. Oh yeah. Anything. Yeah. Macro or micro? I don't know. I'll go with the flow. All right. Sounds good. All right. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for the inspiration. Nice talking to you. Sorry about the problem getting on. No worries. Take care. Getting antioxidants from cooking with spices. Sprouting seeds and grains across my counter. Kitchen counter. Blending veg and fruits to make my green smoothies. In every meal I'm adding some legumes.
NutritionFacts.com to hear how healthy I've become. Dr. Gregor's daily dozen. God, you gotta love him. Whole foods made fresh are what I eat. Nothing fried, never meat. As I try not to die yet. I'm binging all day long on bags of broccoli. Walnuts are my favorite for omegas because they're so nutritious. Flaxseed muffins are a special breakfast treat. I'm cutting my cholesterol with legume. Whole foods made fresh are what I eat. Nothing fried, never meat. As I try not to die yet.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, please rate and review on your podcast app. If you'd like to hear the song again, just go to Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, stream it till your heart's content, or even better, because 1,000 streams buys me a cup of coffee, is to pay $1 on Podsongs.com, and all that money goes to pay for the musicians, Maurizio Sanicola and Massimino Vozza, and my researcher Dori Verba, and a cup of coffee. Alright, thanks very much. See you next time.